A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another board game playthrough. This time we are once again coming back to Marvel Champions, the card game. Now, earlier this week I received a package in the mail just as I was heading off to work, so I grabbed it, shoved it in my work bag and headed off, gave it a quick look when I got to the office and saw that it was the hero pack for Nova, which I was really excited for. Didn't actually expect it to be to have arrived, and I didn't think anything else of it. I thought, okay, cool, Nova. I know Ironheart is coming out. Whatever. Got home, opened up the pack. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit. It's a little bit off. There we go. Opened up the pack and realized that Team Covenant, who I subscribe to get my Marvel Champions stuff, had actually sent Nova and Ironheart in the same package, and me being the fucking moron that I am, didn't even realize it. So, this morning, I decided to sleeve up Nova and thought I would give him a try. He has an aggression deck. I'm not a huge fan of aggression, but there you go. We are looking at Nova, recovery of 3, hand size of 6, hit points of 10. Alter ego action, spend 1 resource of any type, search your deck and discard pile for Supernova Helmet. Add it to your hand, put it into play if you paid for this using a wild resource. And Nova is all about the wild resources. Flip him over, thwart of 1, attack of 1, defense of 2, so pretty shit stats. After you use one of Nova's basic powers, ready the Supernova Helmet. And he has the champion trait and the civilian trait on this side. Nova is a character I'm not really familiar with. I believe his first comic appearance was, I think this version of Nova was around 2010 or 2011. And if I'm not mistaken, I vaguely remember the storyline. But he was trained in the use of his powers by Gamora and Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy, although I could be wrong on that. It has been many, many years. So let's shuffle up Nova's deck. We're not going to draw yet because I want to talk about the villain. Now, there are a ton of villains to play with if you have everything from the Marvel Champions, the card game. And if you're a fan of this game, you damn well should, because it is absolutely awesome and in my top 3 games of all time. One that I will never get rid of and that I regularly get to the table. But I've decided to go with I usually go with Rhino, standard Rhino, blah, blah, blah. You saw it in the last video with fucking Vision, but I'm going with Crossbones because he's another one of my favorite villains in this game. I'm going with standard. Scheme of 1, attack of 1, but when he has a weapon attachment, his attacks gain piercing, which gets rid of your toughness cards, and he has 12 health on his first side. We have our weapons deck, which are experimental weapons. I'm going to shuffle up here because I have to draw one and attach it to him at the start of the game because of the scheme. Now, if we look at the scheme, it says the modular encounter sets Hydra Patrol, Weapon Master, and Legions of Hydra. I'm swapping out Hydra Patrol, and I am adding in Armadillo. Armadillo is a modular set that came with the Nova hero pack, so I figured why not just chuck Armadillo in there and see how it plays out. And I'm just throwing cards all over the place because I can't shuffle. This is why I don't work in Las Vegas. Marvel Champions, the card game, incredibly popular. I recommend going and checking out a channel called Dale the Casual Gamer. He does some fantastic Marvel Champions, the card game videos. Really entertaining. He plays pure solo and two-handed play, and really good showcasing of the rules and all that kind of stuff. So if you are interested, don't take my videos as kind of gospel. One more shuffle of the hero deck before I draw my 6 cards. Go and check out Dale. I mean, what can I say? Credit where credit is due. Just a great channel to watch for board games. Okay. Draw a hand size of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might take a while because I am not familiar with this deck. Fluid Motion. After you play an attack event, exhaust this card. Hero gets +1 attack until the end of phase. Okay, I'm keeping that. Max once per round until the end of phase. Each time Nova defeats an enemy or removes the last threat, ready Nova and draw a card. Keeping that. Everyday Hero. While your identity has a smelling trait, this card can be spent for any player and gains the text, after you spend this card, heal 1 damage from that player's identity. Keeping that. Play only if it has the aerial trait. After your hero attacks, deal 4 damage. Keeping that. Double the number of wild resources. I'm going to ditch that because that seems like a thwart and I don't need it. No quarter. Deal 4 damage to an enemy for each point of access damage. Discard the top card of your deck and add each aggression card to your hand. I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to fish for 2 more. Moon Girl. And 1v1. Okay, play if your has champion or genius trait. All right. Interesting. Okay, let's get started. Well, I'm going to play Everyday Hero just for the wild resource. And I'll put Fluid Motion out. I'm going to play Moon Girl to put out... Wait. No, let's not do that. Let's not be too hasty. I'm going to use his alter ego action to spend a resource to search for the helmet. Supernova helmet. Shuffle up, as you are wont to do in these sorts of games. Okay. So Supernova helmet. Nova gains aerial attack. Exhaust it to generate a wild resource. Alright, I'm going to play Moon Girl to put his helmet into play. I'm going to flip to Nova. Okay. I'm going to exhaust to generate a resource to play 1 by 1. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. After you play an attack event, exhaust. He gets +1 attack until the end of the phase, so he's at 2 attack. So I deal 2 damage to Crossbones, which I didn't actually attach. He gains Retaliate 1. Okay, so I deal 2 damage to him. He retaliates 1 against me, so putting me to 9 health. After you use one of Nova's, I'm going to attack for another 2, putting him down to 8. He has Retaliate 1, of course, which puts me down to 8 as well. I ready Supernova's helmet. Which I will spend to use pitchback, dealing 4 damage. However, I don't know about the timing of that. That timing might be a little off. Retaliate 1. Okay. Yeah, the timing of that is a little weird. Oh man, that's good soju. But that's okay. We're just going to go with it. Ready everything. I have a hand size of 5. Fluid motion. Chase them down. Everyday hero. Pot shot. And pitchback. What is pot shot? Double the number of wild resources. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Okay. Alright. 1 threat going on the main scheme. He has a weapon attached, so this attack gains piercing. I'm not going to defend against this. He deals 1, 2, 3 damage. Thankfully, I got rid of that Shadows of the Past, but it puts me down to 4. We deal our encounter card, which is give to the Sam Alexander player. Supernova helmet cannot ready. Alter ego, exhaust him, remove this obligation from the game. Ouch. Okay. I've got a feeling that if I scheme and then flip, bad shit is going to happen. And this needs to discard these 2 resources to discard the card, which I've got to get rid of. So I will. I'll discard these 2 to get rid of that, because I don't like the retaliate. That is not cool, buddy. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. This is probably a bad move. Double the number of wild resource icons. We're going to exhaust Supernova Helmet to play Pot Shot, dealing 4 damage to Crossbones, bringing him down to 0, which means we go into Crossbones' second. He is attacking and piercing. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for his machine gun and attach it to Crossbones. Then shuffle the deck. Okay. Where is his machine gun dude? Where is it? No. Crossbones armor. Nope. His knife. His machine gun. Okay. Then we shuffle. We throw cards all over the table because that's what we do. Okay, and on this side, Crossbones has 14 health per player. So we'll put him up to 14. Crossbones machine gun. Attach him with 2 ammo counters. When he attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter and discard the top card of the deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the deck. So it has 2 ammo counters on it. Okay, but because of this, we can't ready that at all. After your hero attacks, deal 4 damage. Do I want to? Okay, if he has 2 threat or 2 scheme, that's going to flip anyway. So let's just attack for 1. Use this for pitchback. We have the aerial trait because we have our helmet. So we are doing 1. After you play an attack event, exhaust his card. He gets +1. So we're doing 1, 2. We're doing 6 damage to him right now, putting him down to 8 health. And we are going to flip. We can't get rid of this because we're already exhausted. This doesn't ready, so we ready, but that stays tapped. 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have, what is this? Force field projection. When a friendly character will take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent 3. If you pay, deal 3 damage to the enemy. We have 2 of those. Not bad. 1 by 1. Requirement. 2 of those resources to play, which we don't actually have. Power of aggression. And the mobile command bunker. Wow, not a good hand. Not a good hand at all. Okay. Threat going on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2, 3, which will flip attack on mount. That goes to the back. Okay, basic scheme. When revealed, the top card of the experimental weapons deck is attached, and this gets 1 threat on it. And he gets a laser rifle. When attached, villain attacks, the attack gets ranged. Okay, so he has a machine gun and a laser rifle. And our encounter card is Armadillo. Wow. Scheme of 1, attack of 2, 8 health. Toughness. Armadillo can have any number of tough status cards. After he activates against you, give him a tough status card. Oh, man. I'm just going to ignore Armadillo, I think. Okay. I think this is the end. I honestly think this is the end of Nova. So, we flip. Do we have an attack event? 2 damage to an enemy. Discard that for 3 damage to an enemy. Wow. He's going to do 2. Armadillo's going to do 2. Get another tough status. I'm just going to ignore that. Supernova helmet. Oh, this is tough. I like this, but this is a tough decision. I'm not sure I can come back from this. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to recover 3. Putting us to 7. And hero interrupt 1 by 1. Hero action. Requirements. We can't do that. So let's ditch these 2 to bring in the champion command bunker, which we can't actually use yet because we don't have the champion trait. 2. He's going to do indirect damage to us. Possibly. You know what? Let's stay in this form. Let's keep these cards and we'll deal 3 more. Unleash Nova Force. Everyday Hero. Okay. Connection to the world mind does not count towards your hand size. Pot shot. We ready? That does not ready. Threat goes on the main scheme. Crossbones is going to scheme for 2, 3. Which puts that at 5 of 6. Armadillo is going to scheme for a 1. Which defeats the main scheme. The Infinity Stone. And we get the Getaway when revealed. The top card of the Experimental Weapons deck. Oh, attached to the villain. +1 attack, +1 scheme. Okay. Iron Legions of Hydra. If Madam Hydra is not in play, search for the Hydra. Okay. 3 scheme goes on that. Grab Madam Hydra. Hydra Bomber. Weapons Master. Hydra Soldier. Hydra Bomber. Madam Hydra. This gets shuffled, of course. As far as obligations go, Weight of the World isn't all that bad. It's just locking me out of a wild resource. Okay. Madam Hydra, 2 scheme, 2 attack, 6 health. She can't take damage while the Legions of Hydra is in play. When she schemes or attacks, place 2 threat on Legions of Hydra. Okay. Okay, I have to do 8 damage. I'm going to flip. I'm going to exhaust this to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. No quarter. And that flight. And I'll discard Unleash Nova and Lightspeed Force. Okay. I'm going to spend the Power of Aggression to play no quarter. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Toughness, okay. There's no access damage. Crossbones goes down to 4. All right. And connection to the world mind. I'm going to use that to double the number of resources generated because it's a wild. So it's 2. Deal 4 damage to the enemy. Taking Crossbones down to 0. And Nova wins the game. Okay. Granted, Crossbones is a bit of an easier villain, the first villain of the Rise of Red Skull campaign. Still a lot of fun to play against. Absolutely love Nova and this idea of wild resources kind of being his bread and butter, so to speak, in this this deck. I love the fact that it came with a new modular encounter set with Armadillo. Really, really fun. And this is one of those hero packs that makes me want to read up more on the character. I'm not a hugely knowledgeable about the Champions team. The other pack I got, Ironheart, is also on the Champions. All in all, just a really fun little deck to play, and I think giving Nova aggression was a really good idea. I'm a Justice player. Those of you that have seen my previous videos know that Justice is my favorite aspect, followed by Leadership. Aggression is third, and Protection is last, mainly because I don't play two-handed or with people. I play solo, and Justice is best for keeping the threat down. In the past, when I've played against Crossbones, I've very rarely get to the last scheme. But yeah, so this has been Marvel Champions, the card game, Standard Nova with the, Precon Nova versus Standard Crossbones. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please, everyone, like, subscribe, comment, but most importantly, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.